Hello, and welcome to day 29 of VEDS. We have reached the end. We only have one day left, and so I think it is an appropriate time to sit back and kind of recap what this month has been like. And I think my outline says it best. VED's awesome, because is not a word I usually throw around when I'm taking notes or outlines. But VEDS is awesome. I don't make YouTube videos that much throughout the year. Occasionally when I feel like I have a good idea, but not often. However, I always return in September because I love the creative crunch. Making 30 videos in 30 days really is a creative process. This is actually the first year I've ever succeeded at that. Well, I'm filming this ahead, and there's always tomorrow I could mess up, but up until this point, this is the closest I've ever gotten to truly completing VEDS. And that's on top of having 2 jobs. So, I feel proud of myself. I'm going to take a moment to lean into this because I feel like I, as well as many people of my generation, commit too much to self-deprecation in the sake of both humor, but also because we internalize it. So yes, good job me. But more importantly, I love VEDS because I love the community. YouTube is a medium that works at its best when it is fostering a community. However, YouTube is also a very big platform, so it's hard to find those corners and those spaces where community can truly happen, but I think we have one here, and I'm very thankful for that. And something that I did a couple years back and I want to return to doing is picking out my favorite videos from each person who participated in VEDS. Just in case you are watching and you did not see everyone's videos, which makes sense. It's 30 videos from a lot of people, so no shame. But these were some of my favorites. Latin Alice's video, Staying Conscious, was one of those that immediately struck me and made me think. And the challenge where you think for a minute about yourself at your best and then for a minute at your default state, I have done that several times since. I have thought about that video several times since, and I think that it has a really good topic, and that you discussed it very well, and I think you just did a really good job with that video. For Tessa, I'm going to pick her top 10 Shakespeare monologue videos for 2 reasons. One, I just love hearing what people are passionate about. I think that when someone is passionate about something, that makes it very interesting, but also because I haven't read a lot of Shakespeare. I've read, the big stuff. Hearing some of the specific monologues picked from plays that I may have glossed over when I was reading them, or I may just not have read them, it was really interesting, and I felt like I learned something. Now, James is a little different because his videos were much more in an idea of collections, right? They were him playing through Telltale games. So, it's less about one specific moment in those series, but more about the series as a whole. And for that, I think I would pick James, your playthrough of the Guardians of the Galaxy game, solely because that's one of the Telltale games you played that I have not either seen someone played or played myself. For Jeffery, my favorite video was Godspell, and yeah, it was based on the challenge I put out, so maybe it's my narcissism coming back in, but more so I think it is because Jeffery talks about Godspell in a way that makes me understand how Godspell can be good. Like I mentioned in Friday's video, I was in Godspell and it wasn't good. And so, my perception of Godspell is a little warped because of that experience. So it's helpful to hear why it is good from someone who cares about it. And finally, Matt. His video on the evolution of the TV sitcom is really interesting, and it's everything that's great about Matt's content. It's very well thought out. It's very well presented. It makes connections through media that I would not usually have thought of. I really like Matt's TV videos. I'm always going to be a books versus movies stan, but the TV ones really make me think about a medium that sometimes I overlook because I am too invested in other artistic mediums. So those are my favorites from each VEDSy. They will all be linked down in the description. And once again, I do want to thank y'all for doing VEDS. Every year on September 1st, I upload a video and kind of wonder, am I going to be the only person doing this? And each year I have done that. I have been delightfully surprised, but not really surprised. I'm happy to find out that, in fact, I am not. Thank you, and I will see y'all for one last time this Vids tomorrow.